Still thinking about it, and boom. Okay, we are live. Hello, hello,
Nice.
YouTube. Hello, world. Hope everyone's doing well. So far, looks like you got a couple live viewers, which is cool. One of them might be Ruben, but so doing something interesting today. We're doing a live stream. First one in quite some time, actually, everyone. But we have Ruben here from LinguistixPro. And basically what we're doing is doing a live stream, but we're keeping it tight to 5 minutes. I've got a timer going here. Everyone can see timer. So keeping it tight to 5 minutes. So let's just jump right in. So Ruben, why don't you have a quick, who are you?
Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Ruben. The company's Linguistics Pronunciation. I help people develop more natural pronunciation in 5 different languages, actually. And just kind of passionate about languages, just like yourself, AZREN, and just kind of trying to spread the language love. Trying to do it with more natural accents, though.
Nice. How long have you done that?
I've been focusing on just doing this pronunciation coaching for about 2 years, but been studying languages since high school.
Nice. So what languages do you speak right now?
I'm working on a 6th right now, but I speak English, Spanish, Portuguese, Italian, Hebrew. Those are the 5. And Korean is number 6 that I've tried to sneak in the back. See if it'll work.
Nice. So, I mean, with your language experience, if you had to go, hey, here's like the one to 2 major tips I would give anyone who's learning a language, like what would you say they are in your experience?
Oh man, the best tips for learning a language. I mean, I think that there's 2 things that seem to be missing from people's ability. I've seen you talk about this as well, but kind of knowing where you stand, kind of knowing what your purpose is and trying to figure out what you need to do personally to improve. Where do you stand? I always think about pronunciation for this. Like, what sounds do you have trouble with? What sounds are unavailable in your native language? Some people don't really think about the sound system as much as they do the word use and vocabulary and grammar. So thinking about
oh, sorry, I'll let you finish.
Yeah, just trying to think of like what's the way to try to approximate this accent as close as you can, knowing your limitations. So like knowing where you stand. And the second thing would be like to get 100% feedback, or close to 100% as you can. So having people to tell you, hey, that sounds really good, or that could use modification, but having the right people to trust to offer that feedback might be a challenge too. Maybe there's 3 things.
Nice. So what do you feel like people do instead? So instead of actually going, hey, here's my biggest issues, here's what, knowing my limitations, here's what I have to do, like what do people do instead?
Yeah, well, oftentimes they just kind of receive the language a lot, so I don't think this is a bad thing, but I think only doing it is a hindrance. When you only watch movies, only listen to podcasts, only read books, and don't actually produce the language. So you get really good at understanding it, but you don't get as good or comfortable, confident with speaking. And so when someone says, they ask you a question, you kind of get a little shy, or you lack confidence. Or they just ask anybody. As long as they're a native speaker, they're like, they can help me. And so finding the right person and someone who wouldn't be afraid to cut you off and say, hey, by the way, you just said this, and let me tell you about that for a moment. Because it's hard. It's hard to do that. Not a lot of people.
Oh, lost your audio there, I think.
Oh, sorry. Not a lot of people offer feedback. I was just saying, even teachers sometimes, it's hard to get like personalized feedback for everything.
Yeah, for sure. Nice. How's Korean treating you?
It's not too bad. It's actually quite a very practical language.
Yeah.
In the way it's set up. And I have a few Korean clients, and it's really fun to make those connections with the Hangul alphabet, the Korean alphabet, and in English. There's so many overlapping sounds. It's like weird how that works.
That's weird.
But
that's awesome.
And they don't even know it until you put that in front of them and say, that sounds really good.
Yeah, for sure. Nice. So we have 40 seconds left. What do you want to say in 40 seconds? What do you want to say to everyone?
Oh man, well that's a short amount of time, but it's nice to collaborate with you, AZREN. Thank you for bringing me on here on this live. The 5 minutes is a lot of pressure, but it's fun to kind of see what comes out of it.
It is interesting.
I would say that it's just a really important thing for your pronunciation to kind of come through when you speak. It's always the first impression that you give off, the first thing you say, and someone kind of judges your overall ability. Even if it doesn't really represent your overall ability, it's what people use to gauge it. And so think of those first impressions. You know, get a go-to line in your target language, and work on that at least to give your first 10 seconds a native twist.
Nice, good stuff, man. Well,
Yeah.
I'll wrap this up. That was good. We got a couple of good things out there. Alan, I'll just answer your question really quickly. Alan, so iTalk is a good one, and HelloTalk. I'll type them for you. I don't know if you know any other any free websites or anything to practice conversation. Do you know any?
Yeah, I used Speaky, GoSpeaky.com.
Okay.
I'm not sure if they're.
How do you spell it?
I think that Speaky is SPEAKY.
Okay. Speaky.
I think it's GoSpeaky, Go in front of it. GoSpeaky.com.
Awesome.
To find some language partners.
Beauty. Well, everyone, all of Ruben's, like I said in the chat, all of Ruben's info's in the description, so you can check them out online. But nice. See everyone later. And bye.